Hey.
Happy
Monday.
Monday. Monday. You've got the whole lasagna, but you're only going to need the whole lasagna. What's going on? Happy Monday, Paul.
Oh, happy Monday, Alex.
And happy Monday to you, Madeline Murphy.
A gobble gobble to us all. What a lovely way to kick off the week.
Yes, it's beautiful. Thank you for wearing your contractually obligated dumb Mystic Lasagna hat. We appreciate it.
Of course. I mean, the 17-page contract full of threats that you sent me before this.
Yeah.
Sorry, there was an NDA part of it. Yes, I'm so happy to be here and to wear this hat.
Yes, we have your brown Skittles. We have your lasagna. Don't worry.
Oh, man. Yes, hell yeah. Maddie is one of my fellow 20-Sided Tavern castmates. This is very exciting. She's joining us from Chicago, the Chicago environs today.
Very cool.
Technically, the Chicago suburbs.
Yeah, that's where it's real dangerous, I hear.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
You know Barack Obama?
Yeah, I do. Just played morning tennis with him.
Do you know the Bears at all?
I do.
You
I know
the Bears?
all of them. There's Steve. There's Big Tommy.
Oh yeah.
There's Football Freddy.
This is tracking. These are the names that I think would be on there. Yes.
We got the Cubs. We got the White Sox. We have pizza. I know.
Oh yeah. Do you know Uno? Do you know Tommy Uno of the Uno Pizzeria? Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it's Ursula Uno. His mom is the real one. I just want someone.
I don't know if you're doing it bit or not now.
Yeah.
Now I have my
that,
Chicago knowledge is so shallow that I was like, oh shit, maybe. Oh man. Well, happy Monday unto thee as well. Thank you so much for being here and representing the famous Chicago improv scene. Yeah, guys, what's going on? I think we got to start here.
Monday?
I mean, mine's weird because the fucking Garfield trailer dropped.
So we all watched it before this.
We did.
And we're coming off fresh, right? It's troubling. It's a troubling thing. Baby Garfield is just something that I kind of probably could have predicted after the Baby Yoda craze.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and Baby Mr. Peanut. But I wasn't ready for it to extend to
are Sonic and Knuckles going to have a kid next? Is that where we're at?
Oh,
we're going to have Baby Sonic?
Hundo P.
Oh,
Here's what's upsetting to me. You baby anything. And I'm like, oh, so I watched that beginning of the trailer and Baby Garfield in a rainstorm. Did I get a little teary-eyed?
Of course.
Yes,
would I have given him some of my pizza? Yeah. Yes. Pizza.
Totally innocent.
Pizza. They summon him with a pizza?
Not even lasagna. That's the first thing he has.
Also, for some reason, and John is all sad and alone in an Italian restaurant. He ordered an extra large pizza for himself.
That's some That is some good, like, definitely. What would John be doing on it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's his true character.
But it almost got me. And then it transforms, and then Garfield opens his mouth, and who comes out but Chris Pratt? Just speaking as Chris Pratt. We're getting Mario'd, but now in Garfield, and
it's like a LaCroix though. There's just like a little hint of Garfield on top, you know. It's like the Chris Pratt LaCroix, like Garfield. Garfield.
He takes 2 seconds. He just thinks Garfield to himself, and then he's just Chris Pratt.
Whisper of Mario. Exactly.
You know what kills me? There is a point like 6 years ago. If you had been like, Chris Pratt's going to be Garfield, I would have been like, fuck yes.
Yeah.
If we were coming straight off of like Andy Dwyer, still maybe even season 5 part, like still fat.
Yeah.
Chris
Johnny
Pratt.
Karate.
Chubby Johnny Karate, Chris Pratt. I would have been like, absolutely that
Makes
dude
total
wants
sense.
to just crush Sonya.
Yeah.
But again, because yes, it's the Andy Dwyer effect, but then Chris Pratt got hot and became a superhero star, and now he just doesn't even talk like Andy Dwyer. He talks like a normal man, which is not a lasagna-eating orange fat cat.
No, he talks like a guy who wants to make Arnold Schwarzenegger thinks he's cool because he's wailing on his daughter. And like, with his dick. I'm not accusing him of anything. I just assume they fuck.
Were you trying to say railing and then instead
no,
of like wailing?
I bet it's whaling. I imagine Chris Pratt to be a selfish lover.
Wow.
Oh,
I don't think it's violent or mean. I just imagine that Chris is about himself in the bedroom, I assume.
I just like to imagine that he has to come up for air a lot, so he like breaches and then just lands again.
Yeah, definitely.
Wailing.
Yeah, wailing. That's wailing.
That's good. And there's some eye contact on the mirror on the ceiling too, right? There's also it's like one of the humpback like barrel roll breaches. Yeah.
It's time
full eye
to
contact.
do it.
Oh, beautiful.
Man, just wait. I'm calling it now. In about 4 years, when the fully voiced Chris Pratt version of Ninja Mutant Turtles comes out, and he's the voice of every character, but also doesn't change his voice at all.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone just goes,
all right. Yep. We will go see that.
It will be Baby Mutant Ninja Turtles, though. It'll be a prequel, and we'll get them very, very small.
Yeah. Baby teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And you know what? Honestly, if Samuel L. Jackson is Splinter in that, I'll watch it.
That's the thing. Exactly. The algorithm's working. It works for me. I'll see Baby Garfield plus Samuel L. Jackson. 100%. I will watch that.
Yeah.
But I won't like it.
We were sort of talking a little bit before the show, though, and like, I'll say it again. The Garfield that we're all familiar with was just a guy doing a voice, right? Lorenzo Music from the like Saturday morning cartoons was just like a guy talking. But the difference is nobody knew what he looked like. His famous other role was the Carlton the Doorman from Rhoda, I think. Do you know what I'm talking about? Or am I too fully back? It's the Mary Tyler Moore spinoff.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Rhoda? Okay. I think it's Rhoda. And like Carlton the Doorman was Lorenzo Music. And she would just talk to him through what a gig. You're on a television show for like 6 years and all you have to do is talk through the like intercom to Mary Tyler Moore's best friend.
It's the Home Improvement. It's Wilson. It's Wilson.
Who I had a crush 100%. On as a kid because I thought he was aloof and that was sexy.
So mysterious. So mysterious.
Mystery. Yeah. The man could rock a bucket hat. He was wise and I couldn't see him.
Oh,
that's the secrets in my heart.
Hey, Maddie, are you having trouble with this right now?
Stop it. It's too sexually powerful.
Where'd you go? Alex, where did you just go?
Wilson was on the podcast.
Alex, your wife is lovely. I respect the sanctity of your marriage. I can't do it.
Sorry. I'll put it away. If it had been a picket fence, we'd have been in problem. If I just had a little picket fence.
I would have been on a plane before we knew it.
Oh man. Well, Maddie, this is in fact. I mean, like I think I don't know. Well acknowledged the Garfield trailer. Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the other problem for me is that I'm constantly just like. Okay. Yeah. The fact that we're like, all right, pick up a dead horse and let's just wail on it. Just a dead horse and just preach on that.
Yes.
I'm beginning to wonder if you understand what a whale is or what a whale does, but I'm
what a whale wants, what a whale needs. Gotta
whatever
have sex with Chris
keeps it
Pratt.
Happy.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Well, this is of course self-help, self-actualizing, self-whaling, self-fulfilling, self-prophesying podcast where we invite folks on to seek wisdom from what we have found to be the most potent oracle on this planet or any other planet, Garfield the cat. More importantly, the Garfield comic strips written by, as far as the byline goes, Jim Davis.
He is the conduit. It prints out, comes out of his mouth. They are marketed in the newspaper, and we all know him. We all love him. He is the guy. He's the guy that the universe has chosen.
So we'll do that in a few minutes. But before we jump in there, like Maddie, do you have how does Garfield exist in your world? Like, do you have a relationship with this cat at all beyond
I would
being willing to feed him pepperonis?
Well, Garfield, you asked how Garfield exists in my world, and I would say Garfield is my world.
Wow.
Garfield grew up with Garfield. I remember the comic strips and I remember actually finding Garfield, and I've learned since, but the sweet oracle, I remember as a kid thinking he was really selfish. Sure. And being a lasagna lover myself, I was like, that seems extreme, Garfield, and it seemed like he was a little bit mean to others around him. But
he's a cat.
Yep.
He is a cat. And now, having had a very large cat that learned to love cheese and just witnessing it.
That's Pandora's box, by the way. Once you open that, you don't go back from the cheese.
It's a disaster.
Dangerous.
The cat's name was Jerry Seinfeld, and he was already a beefy boy. And then I think I'm to blame, but I think
what's the deal with how good this cheese is? What's the deal?
Honestly, just this cat would then stare at the fridge and scream at it, and I think it's my fault because I'm Italian and I love to eat, and I think I drop Parmesan wherever I go. So the cat,
just a trail.
Truly, if you need to find me anywhere, follow the trail of Parmesan cheese. But I actually, an ex-boyfriend of mine loved Garfield, so he got me back into it as an adult, and I've learned to truly appreciate the way of the cat. And now his selfishness, no, I just see someone who knows what they want and they go for it.
Oh,
and
I love
respect that.
What a Garf wants, what a Garf needs.
Whatever makes him happy.
Set him free.
Yeah. Did you interact with him books or like comic strip proper? Was it like in the Fat Cat 3-pack comic books, or was it in the newspaper or online? Like, where was the primary, I guess?
Old school newspapers, because my dad read and still reads the paper every morning, and I would try to join him and get bored, so he would give me the comics.
Yep.
And the only comic that I could even remotely understand was Garfield.
Beautiful.
And big old fat cat line into pan of lasagna. That's it. That's how you draw me in.
Universal.
Well,
that's the line of Parmesan cheese right to that comic strip.
Yeah, there it is. Follow like Jeffy and the Family Circus, but Parmesan cheese, right, for more comics.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, dude. Well, usually if you need, wisdom from the universe, where do you head? Like, do you come from a background of like intense spirituality or religion or anything? And like, where do you sit today?
I don't come from a background of intense spirituality. I actually was kicked out of my nativity play from the one religious class I was in because I figured I was cast as Mary because, of course, I was the loud, gregarious one. Yeah. But I quickly figured out that if I
main character energy over here, dude.
put her in a manger.
Fuck God, what's up?
You need me to wail up on some God? But
God be wailing on this 13-year-old virgin. Here comes the Holy Spirit.
I was 6. I was dressed in a pillowcase with holes cut in it for my head and my arms.
Whoa!
This is Mary.
Wow, Mary.
Mary the house elf. What the fuck?
Wow. I was dabbing it up, and Jesus was a
Master has given Mary a child.
And it was a Cabbage Patch doll. And the first time I accidentally dropped Jesus, and everybody burst out laughing, and then it was over.
Oh no!
I was kicking that doll. They had to forcibly remove me from the play for the blasphemy, and the whole and they were like, "Aren't you upset?" And I was like, "Nah, I fucking slayed that house."
Yeah, I was killing it.
Do you hear the laughs?
They love that.
Do you hear the children laughing?
Listen,
hey, just a suggestion, preacher man. Maybe if you fucking drop kick JC around the church some more, you can get some more butts in these seats, dude.
This service needs more slapstick. We need a little more slapstick in this service, please. Like a pratfall.
And then Pontius Pilate said unto them, "Whoa, whoa."
So yes, my first big religious thing was I committed a lot of blasphemy and didn't feel bad about it. And then, but I've actually started to find my own spirituality nowadays, just like life stuff. And I realized that I'm kind of naturally attuned and open to, we don't know everything, and there could be signs coming in from ways we can't explain. Yes. And I found that real comforting. Not to be super heavy, but this past year has been pretty tough. And
no, you're allowed. We've been funny for 50 minutes. We can get as deep as we want now.
Whoa! Oh, just give me one doll to drop kick at the end of this.
Just a little bit of slapstick, please. Yeah, just a little.
So nowadays, actually, my spirituality is right now where I live. I'm right by a forest preserve that I go running in, and it's like nature. I just go out in nature, and sometimes I'll like scream, wail, cry, wail up in there.
Yep.
And just kind of like reconnecting to the quiet and reminding myself that this is the world.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the term Shinrin Yoku? It is the Japanese concept of forest bathing, and it is one of my favorite things because that is
it's cleansing.
It is the idea of just going and sitting in nature and letting nature just scrape your stress away and like take all of the
And there's also grounding too, where you take your shoes off and then put your feet on the soil. And some say that it changes the ions in your bodies so much so that you have to buy like $80 socks that goes like the grounding socks. They're real. You plug
grounding socks.
Look it up. It's beautiful.
I am.
You plug them into to the soil, but it's because I think tree bathing is so real that people are like, there has to be an explanation for this. Let's sell $80 socks.
Let's do it.
God damn it. Well, like
Let's
that makes the fact that that's happening makes me need to go back out into the forest and let the trees cure me of the fact that like capitalism is trying to fuck up forest bathing.
But put on one of your grounding socks and test which one works for you better. That's
holy shit. No show cotton grounding socks, $27.50 on Amazon.com.
Oh, all right. They're going down in price. This is maybe a good sign.
That's good. They're getting increasingly affordable. But yeah, I go into the forest every day. I have a spot where when I'm sad, that's Maddie's sad spot, and I clear it there. I have a different spot for where I'm happy, and I swear I had a Pocahontas moment last week where again I was in a mood, and when you're fighting your own energy and you're like, I could be really negative today, but I'm trying to like turn it around.
Oh yeah,
I went into the forest, and I swear there was like a just around the river bend where a bunch of leaves showered upon me, and then
Maddie, 4 mourning doves just landed right around outside my window when you did that. That was awesome. Hi guys. Maddie has summoned you.
So truly, like, I am a little forest nymph. I'm here for it, and that has kind of become my spiritual.
I'm so curious. Okay, you have a happy spot and a sad spot.
Yeah.
But they both make you. Does the sad spot amplify the sadness and like let you like feel it and work through it?
And are there like little like descriptive are you like, that's the sad spot? That's clearly not the sad spot. That one's the happy spot for sure because of the sunbeam or something.
You nailed it. Okay, so to answer Alex's question first, great question. No,
thank you.
Maddie is not we don't try to amplify my sadness because I can wallow like a champion.
The sadness spot's just a mud hole, fucking Eeyoreing in the woods.
I can sink into it and become the sad sackiest. Dress me up like Dobby again, like so quickly I can be like, oh, it's been nigh on 50 years since I felt happy. Like, it's so extreme. So we don't amplify, we just instead release, and this overlooks a little river creek, and it's a beautiful view of the forest beyond, and I just sit. I ground my hands on the ground, and it's Maddie's sad spot because it's a pretty popular forest preserve, and there's trails, and there's people and biking, and they have dogs and life. So this is my secret little alcove that nobody finds me. Yes. So
you can see everyone going about their business in life, and you can have the river to flow away certain things you release. That's beautiful. I love that.
Ugly cry. I can do my whole thing, and we release it, and I imagine the river taking it.
Yes, the tears go straight into the river.
I feed the river my pain. Watch. It's like there's going to be a thing where they're like, oh yeah, now there's a new breed of super sad fish in this particular creek.
We think it's some sort of salted tear that's doing this. I'm not entirely sure.
The sorrow trout of Illinois. Central Illinois sorrow trout.
It's baffling the scientific community. I
don't know what to do.
But then my happy spot is where a sunbeam hits, because if you go at the right time in the morning and there's this sawed off trunk, and I swear again, I have gotten my ass, I've wiggled my ass off that trail, and I've stood on the trunk and just taken in the sun.
Holy shit!
And a biker found me, and he truly just stopped his bike and went.
Yeah, I mean, because he looked over and was like, "Am I in fucking Zelda right now?" Like, is that...
yeah.
Is that a Skull Kid? Yeah, where a solid narrowcasting reference for all my Ocarina of Time heads out there. They're
BG
alive.
dub heads.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Well, I have a turkey on my head, so I'm not judging anything.
Nah, I mean that's radical. I love the idea. I mean,
Amazing.
at the moment you exist to me throughout all these stories with a turkey on your head. You had a turkey on your head when you were drop kicking Jesus. You had a turkey on your head when you were ugly crying and making sorrow trout. Yeah, all of it.
Yeah, an unfortunate glue accident has meant that this is now a part of me. It's fused to my cranium, and doctors cannot help me.
We can't take it off. You'll die. Sorry, Miss Murphy.
Anytime you've seen me before has been actually a wig on top
over the turkey.
Oh wow,
very nice. Wow, that's impressive. Well, what do you think? Should we do the thing? Speaking of taking like interpreting symbols and finding the help you need where you can, we are going to now go to Gakamix.com. Aha! Give the mighty face of Go a little wink.
Yes,
wink.
The gatekeeper himself.
Wink.
Oh, look at that.
Wink. Give him a little wink back. The gatekeeper himself. Maddie, is there a specific area in your life right now that you would like that you are seeking wisdom in? Something that you need help from Garfield, or wisdom, or words, or feelings?
I do. I need the big orange oracle to come.
I thought you might, based on the last 20 minutes of conversation.
I need to come smooch me on my forehead. I need some help and guidance in terms of I feel like my day job doesn't connect me to what my purpose is, and I have a hard time being patient and making peace with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh,
believe it or not the first time we've had a creative come onto the show and go like, Garfield, help me like my day job. Yeah, no, I get that. Especially the purpose part. That's
yeah, it's also not even that I hate my job. That's not it at all. It's just knowing that there's something else that I am meant to do. Sure. And I can't make it happen right now, and that's hard to navigate gracefully.
Yeah, for sure. For
totally.
Oh, I love that. Well, let's roll down here. No, I mean it's a pretty relatable problem.
Yeah,
too, right. Like it's not just a creative thing. It's not just there are times that y'all. There's so many doves. I don't know what what Maddie is done. They're everywhere.
Wait, let me do it again. Just around the riverbed.
Oh, my cat just stretched.
Oh my God, there's 4 elk outside of my window.
What?
They aren't even native to Illinois.
You're on the 3rd floor. This is not good.
They're hovering. Oh, y'all. All right. Well, in the name of the hovering elk, random comic. Hell yeah. Here we go. What do we got? We don't know what's your sample pack for $1. Calm down. We're doing a show.
Alanis
Hey, you guys want to go to Alanis Morissette concert?
Yes, I would. With Joan Jett.
100%.
Joan Jett's opening for Alanis Morissette.
Wow.
Triple moons. Let's just all take a moment. What's y'all's moon sign?
Morgan Wade.
I'm Scorpio.
I'm Scorpio, baby.
I actually don't know what my moon sign is, y'all. I have no idea.
We got a lot going on here, friends.
89. Wow.
Yeah, 1989. So we're going back. We had to go back for the wisdom for Maddie.
Dang.
All the way back, August 8th, 1989. And wow, there's a whole lot going on.
Some artistry happening.
This is a complicated comic. First off, it's complicated.
Yeah. There's a fridge too, which is like both a portal and kind of food as a toy. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a whole lot going on there. There's we're talking 4 suits on this. We're in tarot, food, portals, toys, and adversaries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The fridge to Garfield is almost all of them at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Portal to food. It's a thing that he plays with often, and also it's his adversary, right? Because he's often trying not to go in it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, this is
usually
big energy.
God, I get so used to just seeing Garfield and John having a 3 like interaction, 3 sentence interaction in like a liminal space. So like, let's read through it.
Well, first of all, for our listeners, there's Garfield's reaching into the fridge right now. The fridge, they're sizing wise, I feel like 1989, it's like a smaller cat-sized Garfield. Sometimes he'll grow to human size. You've got John kind of looking confused, looking into the fridge as well, but Garfield is like actively inside of it.
Yeah, he's there.
Breached the portal.
Yeah, in media res, Garfield has got at least one grubby cat arm stretched into the crisper.
Oh, he's got both, and his snoot is fully in there too.
Totally. His face is by the food.
I love how blown away John feels by also how often do we find ourselves like blown away by it can't be time to clean out the refrigerator again. How often are we all absolutely gobsmacked that it's time for maintenance of any kind again? I mean, it goes back to even oh God, I've got to. Oh, that was pre-show banter. I was going to reference sheets and laundry again, but that was us off there.
Well, but I
mean that
has toadstools. It's nature. It's like it doesn't stop. It progresses. It moves forward. It has its cycle and doesn't care. It doesn't care about our cycle. It goes along with its own cycle.
Yep.
This is you cannot force the universe to act according to your timeline.
Nope.
You can only kind of bask in the divine timing of everything. There is a theme of time here too that is useful for me.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
The meatloaf has toast. All right, let's get through it. And then look at him just even more indignant in the second panel, John. These leftovers haven't been in there that long. I haven't been ignoring my whole life for that long, man. I haven't been. I swear to God, I'm not this plugged out.
And then, baked beans need a trim, which again is if they're
look at you.
So they've grown. He didn't say toadstools again, not fungus. So they've grown hair.
Baked beans need a trim is a fucking incredible sentence.
That's beautiful.
And
with
it's
the
really
bowl
nice
reveal.
every once in a while, especially in the 80s, I think, to be like, man, Jim was taking some swings. Jim was really having fun for a minute. Right?
Yeah.
He was really drawing and he was the king of the world. And this is 10 years into Garfield. He's hugely syndicated. And the sentence, the baked beans need a trim is real good.
So Garfield. And the detail too on the fridge in this second middle panel is phenomenal. You've got stuff just bursting out of their containers. It's terrifying.
Can we even let's evaluate what he has in his fridge, which by the way is stocked as if he has 10 teenage children.
Right.
It's so the man has meatloaf, he has baked beans.
Just a bowl of baked beans.
Yeah.
Just a big old bowl of baked beans.
No cover.
Bowl of guacamole, what appears to be a bowl of whipped cream, strawberries, a bowl of chili. There's what looks to me like a Yoplait vanilla flour.
Oh yeah, totally. Yep, that's so true. That's so accurate. Yes.
What's incredible is that they're just I have the I'm sharing the screen so I can get closer to the big one, and there's just stuff overflowing. Yeah, you're right. I see the vanilla flour.
Yeah.
Or Audrey 3 down in there, right? It's just come to life.
That is sloppy Joe. Yeah.
And I love the fucking denial. The absolute denial of John Arbuckle in the third panel of they couldn't possibly be that old.
He's just setting himself up. Garfield hits him with I love this so much.
There's an arrowhead in the guacamole.
It's just beautiful. That's beautiful.
You also know that this fridge has to smell crazy. This is
Anthony would have a ball in there,
biohazard. And he's just can't be that old. It's also not even the idea about he's not denying that they are a little old. It's just the idea that the man has accumulated so much food and he goes, must not waste it. And then he's just dumped it into the fridge and now stands in front of this insane, disgusting stench and is like, it's fine.
No,
You can't really smell this bad, right?
Well, so there's some sunk cost fallacy stuff going on there too. How long have you been at your current job?
7 months, but the role that I do, I've done for 10 years.
Can't possibly be 10 years. That's
Can't
crazy.
possibly.
Yeah.
I can't. It's clearly it's not time to.
I'm not even 10 years old. That's madness. Your resume needs a trim.
Do need a trim.
Yeah, I mean, the complication, the like looking into the fridge, right? Like anytime we try to look at your whole situation, it's really easy to do what John does, right? Like, how easy is it all the time? I do this. I think a lot of us do this where we just like, you look at all of it and you're like, nah.
Yeah. I can't possibly throw that away. It's been with me. It's been with me for so long.
It's an old dad thing. It's not.
Yeah. I can't throw away my elementary school t-shirt that has holes in it. Where am I going to get another one? It's the only one. I have to wear this for the rest of my life.
Sure. Oh man, that's
as a painting shirt.
The
maybe.
like emotional connection to it too. I mean, I guess like you said too, Maddie, that like it's stocked like he's got a like a huge family, and maybe that's something to do with it too. Where he's like, no, none of this is going to go to waste. People need this. It's good food. Like and he keeps making it for who knows.
Yeah.
Well, based on the Garfield trailer, the man loves to hoard food. He ordered an extra large pizza for himself.
Yeah.
True. Very true.
I see it too it is that overwhelming thing of you open the whole nasty fridge and to look at it and be like, oh, all of this has to go. That's overwhelming. That's too much.
Right.
And then you have to start to justify and go, I need all of this in some way or the other because I've accumulated it.
Right.
I like that Garfield goes, I'm going to take things out one at a time.
Yeah. And I'm going to look at it and I'm going to be honest about it. I'm going to be like, okay, it's not just that. Yeah, that's beautiful. It can't be time to clean out the refrigerator again. All right, John, let's not look at the whole fridge.
Yeah.
Let's look at the meatloaf.
Let's go with the beans.
So like, that's, I don't know if that's like, if we're trying to look at like, you're trying to find more purpose. You're frustrated that you're like current job. What do you do, friend? What's the job?
I work as an executive assistant. So my job essentially is just to fix the same types of problems over and over again.
Right. So yeah. So you get some of this, right? Cycle. There is some of the like this thing again. This yeah.
But you've done it for long enough that you're I would imagine very good at identifying problems before they happen, putting out fires before they happen, which are real life, like fantastic.
How clean is your professional refrigerator? Everywhere. I guess is what we're asking. Like, is it?
Here's the thing: my professional refrigerator is pristine.
Yeah.
I think that the issue comes from, and this is again not a super unique problem, but I have a professional.
Most of them veneer. Aren't. Most problems are relatable and
even better if they're universal.
I have a very professional veneer. I purposely don't reveal a lot of who I actually am at work, just because it's nice to keep that separation. And also, they're not interested in personality; they're interested in how clean can I keep that.
Yeah, for sure, totally.
So, for example, they have no idea that I wear a turkey head, and that's a bummer for them.
Yeah.
But it does. But yeah, I think I'm good at my job. But I've done it long enough where I also just know what I love to do, and it's hard to monetize it.
Sure.
And it's just that tough thing where I was like, man, but I know that joy, and I still struggle with. I think a lot of people would argue, be like, yep, your job is not great, but it affords you this, that, and the other, and that can lead to happiness, which I get. But if it's so much of your life and there are things that bring you joy while also bringing you a paycheck, why not fight for it?
Yeah. Sure. And I think also when somebody's like, your job can afford, what happens when you're like, well, your job can afford you, you've got this thing that's allowing you, like just giving you money so that you can do stuff. Like, I think you end up with an emotional refrigerator that's like, you're taking the things that are like, well, that's rotting and that's bad and this is bothering me, and then you go like, nah, and you just stick it in the back of the fridge. You're like, I'll clean that out later. I can't. I have a fridge and I have food and everything is good and there is going to be food, and like none of this can possibly be that bad.
Yeah,
because
There's
people
good
are
food
telling
in
me
there
that it's good.
too.
Yeah, there's good food in there too.
Yeah.
There's the mixy mashy, and then there's just the thing of
Mixy-mashy.
like the milk can spoil in a day, right? So if you're not really watching, then all of a sudden you're like, but wait, I had this was good and now it's spoiled. And sometimes you also just don't want to deal with the reality that your opinion can change that quickly. And all of a sudden a fine situation is not fine. And
well, like toadstools sprout up. Like this also happens fast, right? Like food spoils, like you said, very quickly when it spoils. Like it goes from good to bad. Like it's always weird, right? That like the line of like, but wait, this was ready to go yesterday and I was saving it maybe, or I was taking a minute to like, and like to savor it and I was going to use it. But like, then it went kafarts. It has toadstools on it now.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Fully kafarted.
And those little dots on the hamburger buns, they're small. You don't notice them at first.
Yeah.
Too. You got to always kind of keep an eye out for that.
Are y'all milk sniffers?
I am a milk sniffer.
I don't have enough milk. I don't consistently have enough milk in my fridge to be milk sniffing. But I'm a burger bun checker. I check the burger buns. Check the hot dog.
Will you remove the bad and then consume the good? This is a thing. It's hard to do with milk. It's easy to do with cheese. Like be like I can eat the other half of this piece of cheese. There's only mold there. I'm good on this.
And at the end of the day, it's all mold, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I have a certain mold threshold that I just cut it away and I go, doesn't exist. Doesn't exist at all. Same thing with bread. Except for some reason, my weird rule is like if the mold is very green or blue, something where it's like cartoonishly moldy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but then it biohazard out.
Yeah.
But anything
if
else,
baked beans need a trim, they gotta go.
If the roots have extended, yeah, exactly.
But I have a certain tolerance for mold. Alex, I would love to witness you once just try to remove the spoil from the milk. I could see.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like just me like, oh, God, I want to eat this raisin bran so bad. So I'm like straining out the chunks.
Oh no.
Maybe if I put it all in the blender and like just that'll reconstitute.
The best is I don't even drink cow milk anymore, but it's been so inoculated in me. Like you got to check the milk that I am sniffing almond milk to be like, is it spoiled?
Yeah. Is this how almonds are supposed to smell when they're blended? Yeah.
Oh boy. It's a thing where like I will absolutely again, because I don't want to get rid of the thing that I have spent time and money and energy getting and having to be. The sunk cost fallacy is
everywhere.
Brutal. I think it's really rough, like one of the roughest things in the world. And it's not quite the I don't want to. I mean, it's one of the reasons. I mean, scarcity is why you can't just quit your job and do whatever and flail around and roll around in the forest all the time and actually be a wood nymph.
Not yet, baby.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's the attitude.
There's the path.
Not yet. But I will absolutely, I'll sniff it and be like, all right, we're only 2 days past the date. All right, let's taste a little bit. And then like a fucking lactose sommelier.
Yeah. Look at the legs.
Yeah, we're gonna go for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that too, of just the risk, which I've absolutely done too, of it's 3 days past the date, but it smells okay. It tastes mostly okay. And if you zoom out and you're like, no, you could make yourself sick. Just stop. Throw it out, get the thing.
Yeah, but if you zoom out even farther, you go these are instincts, right? Mm-hmm. And if you're we're hardwired to this is why you smell, right? That's why smell exists, is so that you can be like, nope, kill me, that's that's bad. So you don't so when you go into the when you go into the right the little forest patch, you're like, nope, bad, make me unhappy, it's that instant no. And then you start seed of doubting yourself. And I think that's also where John the juxtaposition here is somebody that's in denial because they don't want to deal with a problem, and somebody who's willing to be no, and start going through it and finding the maybe there are places like in your job where you're like, oh, that was fulfilling and that was good. And if you go through the whole like fridge and you're like, there was nothing there, I think you trust your instincts to be like, this is going to kill me, or this is bad, or this is good. It's like, if there's a like when it's time to like pull that trigger, when it's time to throw away the milk job.
Yes. Well, that's the other interesting thing too, is because you're talking about like the recommended date, you know, and who is like, there's a system, yes, but like being able to suss out your own recommendation apart from they who are recommending those dates, I think is like a really powerful thing.
You know, they're pretty arbitrary, right?
They're
like
arbitrary.
We're like actually
exactly. Yeah. You can really truly go past the date if it smells good. So like kind of divorcing yourself from that like societal like this is the recommended path, you know, is so powerful. Yeah, exactly. You gotta have this job as a backup plan B. Yeah,
you gotta have a full fridge. I think it's also there's
gotta have a full fridge
because of the scarcity mindset. The truth is that no matter what, like realistically, I've done what I do for 10 years, so you could stick me anywhere, and I was like, I got this. And there is something to be said about like, you know, familiarity is such a human thing to seek out. That there is, even if you don't like it, the comfort of, but I know it. Now, this is a problem that I can sit with.
I work in a restaurant and have the same stuff, right? Like I don't want to have to like do that. And I was struggling. See if y'all can help me with this. I was trying desperately when I was having a conversation with a woman who's been there for 15 years at this restaurant since they opened. And she's happy and she likes her job and it gives her enough money. And it's good. And I'm struggling with a way to be like, that's great, but it couldn't be me. Oh. And so I without dunking on you, being like, I would end myself if like I was like if I find myself at this place after X amount of time, I will have to give the baked beans a trim because even if I'm just going to go out and get more goddamn baked beans and put them in a bowl and like, we're going to start over to see if I can eat the goddamn beans this time.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need those fresh beans. Yeah. You got to have the fresh beans. Yeah.
That's a very good point.
I feel that. I know that like I have kind of an arbitrary date in my head with what I currently do. So I don't feel trapped.
You stamped an expiration date on the side there and like, well, we'll give it a sniff test when we roll around.
Exactly. And if I have to cut off a corner of the cheese, it's okay. The cheese is still good.
It's okay. Listen, I'm sprinkling Parmesan all over the place, but it is that thing where I feel you too, where at my job, I know certain people who have been there for 20 years. Yeah. And like they're into it. This is what they do. Right. And I same where I was like, that's dope. That is not me at all.
Yeah. And you get this, and then I don't know how to like when you're talking to those people and you're like, I got to get out of here. And they're like, no, you're doing a great job. We like, and you're like, yeah.
In the fridge.
I know.
Yeah.
I know that I function here, but like, I don't want this. Yeah. But also it's okay that you do, but I don't. And that's such a really like a weird, hard thing to do. And I think that's where you get into John's attitude here of the like, this can't be bad. No. You can't hate it. But I've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Come with me. Grow toadstools.
Grow toadstools. Trim the beans. I think also that the funny thing is like, something that because I recently had a bunch of life changes, including a move and a bunch of things. And there's something crazy where you're like, it actually is. It's very hard and it's very easy at the same exact time to change your life. In that sometimes things happen, and whether you want it to or not, your life is different. It is irreparably changed. That's it. Yeah. And then it's really intimidating to be like, oh man, my life has changed. But if you take it one step at a time, if you take the meatloaf and then the baked beans and then the guac out, and you make that one decision, all of a sudden things are radically different. And then it's like we're
the smell goes away. Yeah,
what you did, exactly. The smell goes away. And what you did, what you're talking about, that like the like radical, like you opened the fridge, right? And one day you open the fridge and you're like, oh shit, it's chaos.
It's getting weird.
And like you got to keep opening the fridge. And like I think what the strip is really asking all of us to do is keep the fridge open. You know what I mean? Don't just shut it and run away. It's like keep it open and like continue to confront it, and like also get some help. Get a Garfield to help you out when you're like going like, what do we do? Like, I mean, this is what you came here for.
Trim the beams.
Have somebody to be like,
good point.
This is okay. This is fine. And somebody be like, there is an arrowhead in your guacamole, dude.
Yeah, because if you're the one looking at the fridge all the time, you got to get that other person to be like, whoa. You know?
Yeah.
Every time we have like people over, like guests, I like the fridge is the one thing on the like the cleaning list that I'm like, I got to make this look a little sane.
Yeah.
You know, I got to make it look like I don't have 3 open jars of chutney. Why the chutney? Why am I in the chutney
I've been eating
era?
yogurt like a lunatic the last couple days because you do the idiotic thing where you're just like, I probably need more yogurt, and then you have 2 gallons of yogurt in your fridge, and you're like, I really did. I was like, I'm not throwing this yogurt away, and that's another. There's where scarcity fucks you up too, because then you're just like, I don't want to take this job for granted, so you just lock in.
Yeah.
And you're just like yogurt, and then like you have a tummy ache. You know what I mean? Like
I think you got to eat your food. Eat what you can in the time that you have, and then you know that you're not going to be able to eat all of that
and get rid of it.
Whipped cream, and then you get rid of it.
Let it go
before you have a garbage trash biohazard fire in your fridge. But if you get there, which we all do, sometimes having a Garfield the cat, it's exactly that. It's like you know, maybe my fridge isn't that clean, but I am very good at coming into other people's lives or like cleaning out a closet, right? And be like, put on those pants, and then be like, you look terrible in those pants. Throw those pants out. Done.
Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah.
Shinfield Yoku, have Garfield come and pull all of the stress away from your life
through your refrigerator stocks.
Yeah. I mean, that's the like, you know, I as long as you got a system that is like letting you know that the fridge isn't everything and the fridge will be cleaned out and that we can like throw it away, and if it gets dirty again, we'll just clean it out. Like. And figure it out. I think
baby steps. Yeah.
I think that's one thing at a time. Has this been helpful at all?
It has been. I feel my just around the river bend moment. There are bunnies dancing outside my window. No, it actually is. This is nice. And it's also good just to be reminded by the great orange oracle that, you know, in any life fridge, there is always going to be food that will spoil. You're never going to master the system, but you can navigate it.
Oh man.
I love that. So
that's really, really good. That like it's hard to solve everything, right? When you can't be, it's like, well, I like you're worried about like maybe the job's the problem. It's like, no.
Yes. Yeah. You can't solve everything.
It's not the job. It's not the thing. It's just that like, all right, what you do is you keep looking for places to be fulfilled.
Yeah.
And like everywhere outside of the like fucking turn around outside of the fridge, whether it's the woods or whatever, or going for a hike, or like, so you like just look for things that like are gonna make you happy, right?
Can I read y'all a quote that I heard like 2 days ago that like is exactly this? It's from Naomi Alderman. She's like on the radio talking about her new book, The Future, and it's like defining utopia. And she has this like saying that's like it's a saying in Judaism, and it's not up to you to complete the work, but neither are you free to refrain from it.
That's so good.
Which is beautiful because it like takes the pressure off of cleaning the whole fridge, but knowing that it constantly has to be cleaned.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to do the whole job right now.
Yeah.
Can I also share one of my favorite quotes, which is like just reminded me of it, but I think it's just so simple. And I was like, oh my God. And I think this is partly why the search for happiness is so important, and everybody needs fulfillment, and like that is the pursuit of life. But it is if it's humanly possible, then it's possible.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Like, which is also why the drive where you're like, I think that there's more to it. I think my fridge can be a little bit cleaner.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it's possible.
Yeah.
It is. There's a path.
You don't just stand back and go like, you can't do it. I can't be. I have friends who I remember that were just like, it depressed the hell out of me a while back. I was talking to a buddy and he was like, I was like, what's going on? He's like, I mean, nothing, man. I just go to work and, come home and take the kid to the stuff and watch TV. And he's like, he's like, you're not supposed to be happy at this point. He was like, he's like, you're 30. You just grind it out. And I was like, oh, bro, no.
What about YOLO? What about YOLO?
Happy at this point, though, dude, that puts so much.
Well, like the idea of like it's that glory day. It's like I was like, my dog, don't be a character from a Bruce Springsteen song. Like like you can continue to find joy. He was just going through a rough patch, and like then we hit a bong, and he was like, "Oh yeah,
great.
Maybe yeah." I was like, "Let's go take our feet off and run around in your grass in the backyard." And he was like, "This is fun." And I was like,
"Take our feet off."
Yeah, took our feet off.
Are you serious, Alex?
That it took my feet off.
Dude,
yeah,
is that how grounding socks work, bro?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Then you can screw them off like the legs of a sofa.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you put your little pegs in the earth and you soak up that energy.
Yeah, and now my feet are the earth.
Damn, dude. Is that $80 or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not. They're not a lot. You can just order happiness from Amazon for like $30.
Oh,
cool, lost your feet. Eventually, listen, we're just slowly watching Alex turn into a whale.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no, his legs have fused together into a giant tail.
I'm doing it. Like you can't see, but I'm doing like they're cross. There's like a whole mermaid thing. More manatee-esque, I feel, at the moment than anything. But they're pretty chill. Manatees are mellow as fuck, dude.
They're the sirens of the sea, baby.
Yeah, baby. That's me. Look at me. Hey, what's up, pirates? You've been out at sea for a little while. Yeah. How about some of this?
Yeah. You like this tail?
It still is. It's a manatee, but it has your full beard. Is the whole thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that manatee.
A manatee. Some might
say. Aw. All right, somebody get on that fan art. Well, Maddie, thank you so much for being here. This has been a blast.
This has been fantastic.
I feel like my fridge has been cleaned out for sure.
Yeah, me too.
My baked beans are trimmed.
Yeah.
Toadstools are gone.
I'm figuring out a thing to do with the toadstools. They're probably alchemical ingredients.
Repurposing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Reuse, baby.
Yeah, and try those out and see what happens.
Yeah, where can folks find you if they want to follow you or anything, or you got anything to plug? What are you up to? You're busy doing things at improvising at theaters in Chicago. I've seen it.
When I'm not trying to clean out my fridge, you can find me on Instagram at mad.mad.murph. Know why? Because I'm cool. And then my pluggables are I am a co-founder of a company here called High Stakes Productions, where we do a lot of genre specific improv. Come check us out. So at High Stakes Productions, we do a show called Hitch Cocktails. That's every Friday night at the Annoyance Theater at 10 p.m., as well as a show called Clued In, which is 7:30 p.m. at Second City on Saturdays. So you can also follow us at Clued In Improv and at Hitch Cocktails. Yeah, come check me out. Hit me up. I'll get you a comp. And put on my turkey head. Let's hang, baby.
Hell yeah. Thank you. Well, friends.
Oh, I said that's fantastic. I love it. I'm going to go to each one of the shows. I'll be there. I am in New York now, but I'm coming.
We're coming.
All right.
We're coming to Chicago right now.
I'll see you two on Friday night. Let's
Hell
go.
Yeah. Friends, you can follow the show at Mystic Lasagna on Instagram. I'm on Instagram and TikTok at ralexmurray.
I'm on as Pashy here and there. Come see me at the bakery King's Kolache out in Bushwick, Brooklyn. We're making breakfast tacos and buns.
If you're watching on YouTube,
in there
is a Garfield in there. He's got a vacuum. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the likes, hit the subscribes, hit the bells, smash all the stuff. If you're on listening elsewhere, please do all those things too. We're trying to get back out there. We have become a weird little tiny we've gone underground and we're trying to get back out. We're trying to clean out our fridge, right? Well, come on. We're trying to jam.
And let us know in the comments who had the best hat.
Yes.
This is a competition.
Please.
It is.
Give us a reason to fight with each other off camera.
Yeah.
And until next time, keep that fridge door open.
Make up your own recommended date.
You got one,
And
Maddie? Yeah.
always check your fridge and empty out whenever it appears to be literally toxic.
Yes.
Lasagna stay.
Lasagna stay.